What is going on, MaidThis fam? We're back for another Kaizen update for the month. Got a bunch of exciting things that we're working on for you guys, and super excited to share this with you.
That's right, man. Here we go.
Let's hit it.
Summertime edition. Okay, we've
First
got
one up is Parov. Yeah, congrats, man. Parov just finished, I believe, week 8 of training. He's officially launched. He's working on this full time over in Boston, and dude is absolutely going to crush it. He's already off to the races.
Yep, super excited. He's also doing the employee model to launch too, so pumped to support that.
I did see that. Congrats, Parov.
Yeah. And then we've got a little update on communities. We've got Matt in Tampa. Matt's actually been working with a vendor this month, a marketing company who's done some pretty cool content for his social media. So if you get a chance, check out MaidThis Tampa for what he's doing, really leaning into that like local presence. And of course, you know, look at that face, right? Who wouldn't want to buy
awesome.
from that guy? All
oh,
right.
Shit.
And guys, we are playing around with getting another in-person meeting scheduled. So we had such a good time in Orlando with MaidThis Live. Yeah, and we're thinking tentatively Texas, tentatively
some barbecue. Why not?
Yeah, man. All right.
This would be, I believe, in the fall time, right, Jenny? Are we aiming for October?
Yeah. And what we'll do, we'll kind of reach out to some franchisees and communicate and get an idea of who would be available or who's interested. But we see the value in getting some of that FaceTime, and we certainly want to put another opportunity out there.
I definitely don't want to wait till next May for the next MaidThis Live. So consider this like a MaidThis X, where it's a much smaller version, but equally impactful. It's going to be freaking awesome.
Absolutely, man. Ooh, cool. Look at this. Yeah.
And letting you guys know some of the resources we have available for you guys. John Costigan was voted one of the top 25 most influential sales coaches in the US, which is crazy. And we actually now have access to his training. Normally costs a lot of money, thousands of dollars, but for you guys, guess what? Absolutely free. We have a partnership with a company called Sagan, as you guys know, to find global talent. Now you guys will have a resource on how to train them on sales. This goes over everything from cold calling, cold emailing, handle complaints, just all these kinds of things. Now, obviously, it's much more generalized, but I've gone through the training myself. It's incredible. I always learn new stuff with it. And again, this is access for you guys for completely free. Notion page, and you can just message Jenny and I. We're going to get you or your team access to the training. So
and that's the part that's great, right? It can be for a remote team member, right? That's a huge offer to those guys. I love it. Okay. Guys, shaking up our pods a little bit. So we do launch pods. It's our small group support. And roughly every 6 months, we kind of mix it up. And that just happened. So those are up and running, and getting those off the ground just breathe some like kind of fresh energy into it. We typically meet bi-weekly, and it's an opportunity to just be vulnerable, to challenge one another, to hold each other accountable, and to learn. That's like the value, such the value of the franchise system is, you know, learning from your peers and being able to share. So pumped about the new pod groups.
Definitely.
Yeah. What?
All right, guys. Making it rain over here.
Right.
So I'm pumped for this one. Slightly nervous as well, but it's going to be freaking awesome. This upcoming Thursday, I'm hosting a Make More Money challenge. So it's a 4-week challenge. Low time commitment. All it is 1 hour a week. I want you to hop on the call with me. I'm going to teach you some really cool secret tactics that we're using in LA. Some new things we're actually testing out in terms of marketing. The whole premise is, like, if you do these, I guarantee you will make more money in your business. Absolutely guaranteed. We're going to be actually, I'm not going to tell you exactly what they are right now, but 4 different types of marketing levers. You're going to test it out. You're going to build it. You're going to optimize it, and you're going to note it. So in the future, you know exactly how to do it over and over and over on repeat. That's kind of what we all want, right? It's mailbox money, have an ATM that spits out cash flow for you. We're going to build these together over the next 4 weeks. It's going to be incredible. The first one is this upcoming Thursday.
That's awesome. And it's all about taking action. And to do that as a group, like on a concentrated effort, fantastic. Game on. Guys, let's talk more too about just like lead gen and how do we invigorate the business. We are working kind of on the internal side of things with what we call cracking the code. How do we get more leads for our franchisees? We're always going to pursue that, but specifically what we're working on right now with these 2 killer guys, Steven and Horacio, breaking it down to community marketing and digital marketing. And certainly there's components that overlap, but we are testing out strategies. We are recording data. We are getting franchisees who are willing to participate too. And we want to show proven techniques that should become part of any MaidThis marketing strategy and plan. So super excited to be working with these guys and to see them running with it. Really cool stuff coming from Crack the Code.
And Jenny, we did the roundtable with these guys, I think just last week, where they talked about all the initiatives, some things that, for example, Ross was testing, a bunch of new paid ad funnels, trying to figure out how to get in front of the Airbnb audience. We're testing on a couple markets. When it's optimized, we're going to bring it out to you guys so you guys can roll it out yourself. Yep. Steven's helping a lot of franchisees set up meetup groups, join BNI groups, how to optimize anything around community marketing. So there's a lot of cool stuff they're testing. They actually have a long list of things they're just going to hit in order of priority to test and optimize things on the back end for you guys. And when we know something works, we're going to present it to you.
Yeah, very cool. Really excited about this.
Yep. And along with that, and by the way, guys, you'll notice a theme here of how do we get you guys more leads? That's the whole theme of everything we're working on. A lot of the vendors we're testing out have to do with that as well. If you notice, we're testing out 5 different vendors right now. This is the most we've ever tested out in one go. All of this is to just see if it's going to work, and if they work well, then we can present it to you guys and add it to our vendor village. So that's really, really exciting. First one is someone who could do cold calling for you guys. Many times, you guys are great at it, but if you get really busy and you still want to run in the background, we're testing out a vendor in a couple of markets. It's going to be able to do cold calling, which is pretty awesome. We already have a vendor and a couple of franchisees working with this vendor to do remote staffing, especially when you start on the low-cost basis. We're working with a new vendor, or vetting new vendors, about how to do Facebook group posting on your behalf. As a reminder, we do have one vendor in the vendor village who already does this, and we're going to test out even more. We're testing out someone right now who could look and optimize next door leads, something that we have not really tapped into, and it seems like they've cracked the code with it. So we're going to test it out and bring them to you. Yeah. And other vendors who could help optimize your LSA so you can drive even more leads from that. So if you look at it, all the stuff we're doing with new vendors, all the stuff we're doing with the Crack the Code initiative is to drive more leads for you guys. Yep. It's kind of like having a full R&D department in your small business without you guys actually having to hire a full-time R&D department. That's exactly what we're doing, and we're testing for you guys right now.
Yeah, that's huge, because we know we can close. We know our sales skills are there. So the more leads we get, the more sales. It's really exciting stuff, man.
Yep.
All right, guys, that kind of wraps up the Kaizen call. As always, we're looking for feedback. So if there's things you want to hear, things you want to test, things you want to be a part of, we're always communicating about it in Slack, but sometimes it's hard to keep track of all of that when you're busy. Just reach out. We're happy to walk you through it or get you involved.
Thanks, guys. Catch you next month.